crazy? Yeah, maybe a little bit. Oh my gosh. All right, y'all, I've made it back outside this evening. It has rained a lot. So it came a big rain, and I was really wanting to get those beans in the ground this evening, and I was really pretty much determined I was gonna do it. So I told my husband I was coming down here to do it. He looked at me like I was a little crazy, but I'm gonna see if I can manage this. I'm gonna go in here and get the seed packets and go down there, and this is gonna be a first, me planting in the mud. But I'm not sure that it's gonna dry up over the next several days. I mean, it could rain again like this tomorrow, could be in the same boat, and honestly don't think it'll be a whole lot drier in the morning. So I'm going down there to do it. And I have another little issue. So my garden boots got a hole in them, and I forgot to go get some when I was out today, and I'm in Crocs with socks. So this could turn out to be totally disastrous. So I don't know. I'm going to get the beans. So this is what I use, this Burpee Garden Bean Stringless Green Pod. I like these. Now, the flavor is pretty good. There may be some that have a little bit better flavor, but for a bush bean that's stringless, really easy to do, they really do have a good flavor. Oh my, this does not look good at all. This is super muddy. Let me see what I can do with it. Not a good idea. I can already see this is gonna end in... It's not gonna end well. Gross. This is ridiculous. Am I crazy? Yeah, maybe a little bit. Oh my gosh. My mother-in-law, she's like, don't fight Mother Nature. She said her mom said never do that. Yeah, this could potentially backfire on me, but I don't know. I'm gonna give it a try. I'm tired of waiting. I'm back, y'all. I got one row completed, and then like 2/3 of another, and I'm absolutely drenched in sweat. Oh, this was probably a really retarded thing to do in the mud. What's done is done. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and plant them. I'm just gonna roughly start putting these about every 6 inches all the way down this row, and we'll see how many I can get. That's quite a few in one row. So, I mean, one and 2/3 of a row would probably be plenty. We'll see how far I can get with these 3 packs. I don't know if I can show you all my shoes. This is really bad. Yeah, okay. 100 plants planted in the mud. Now, let's pray that they come up. All right, God willing, the beans will be up in 50 days, and I'll be ready to can them. That puts us in mid-September, late September, starting into the fall season. And yes, that's that. I've wrapped it up for the day, and I'm going in to wash the mud off. I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow sometime. But y'all, I've got to start working on my tomatoes today. I have got tomatoes in the garden that need to be got. I'll probably wait till this evening when the sun starts going down a little bit and it's more manageable. But I've got stuff here that I've picked last night, stuff that is working on getting ripened up, and it never fails, y'all. I had a bucket over here and I had tomatoes in it last night, and one of them sprung a leak, and the smell was not too great, so it's out here drying in the sun. I had to wash out my bucket, and I'm glad I have something underneath them because look at that. Oh, disgusting. All right, I would take this to the chickens, but I'll feed the skunk tonight. He comes for a meal every night. So if you're trying to ripen tomatoes, let them sit somewhere, put something under them if you don't want it to leak out. So I've got to get going. I've got to get busy. Y'all, I think I'm supposed to be getting my new canner tomorrow, which I'm pretty excited about. I want to try it out, and I've got some things I'm going to start with. I think I'm going to start with a trial run of potatoes since mine didn't preserve very good last year. I've never canned them, so I'm going to try them. So when I go down to the garden tonight to get okra and to check on my green beans, and I'm also going to need to water them just because they've not come up yet. It's real pertinent that I leave the ground nice and wet for them so they can sprout up and they don't dry out. Little tender seedlings, especially right now, are going to have a lot of water with all this heat, so I'm doing that every evening now. I'm watering. But I'm going to go down there and I'm going to dig up a few potatoes and we'll see how big they are. They can stay in the ground till fall. They'll be totally fine. But I'm wanting to practice with my canner on canning them. We'll see how they do, how they turn out. And I want to show you guys something I kind of made. It's a little unconventional, but it kind of works. So this is made for these freezer specific bags that have the little, let me show you. The food saver zipper bags, they've got a little connection spot for this. But I've been using these with just regular Ziploc bags. Now for tomatoes, I don't put them in those other bags because they have a lot of juices in them and they just don't really vacuum seal great. So they do fine in these, especially if you're going to process them anyways later. But I have come up with this little thing I made. So this is just like a medicine cup, and this is a fish tank tubing. And I put a little hole in the bottom where it was super snug, no air could like release. And then it actually fits perfectly over the bottom of this. Y'all, I make up all kinds of things. And then I open the end of this bag, and then I make sure I tighten all of it up really good up until this one little spot. And I actually kind of have to hold my finger here so it would stay nice and closed off. With just regular Ziploc bags, or Great Value, or whatever you want to use. Pretty handy, y'all. Alright guys, so I have a bucket out here of my fish aquarium water. Has a lot of fish poop in it from where I did a water change yesterday. I'm going to stir it up really good, and I'm going to pour it into here, and we're going to water the lettuce with it. Now, I don't know if you guys have watched my videos of me growing lettuce in the basement, but I have been doing an indoor grow of lettuce, and I'm doing it down here with my LED plant lights. It's nice and cool in my basement, so prime area to do this. And it needs some fertilizer. I've not done this in a little bit, so we're going to go ahead and add some to it. And it's probably about time to repot these as well. Now, it was purely just an experiment to see if it would work. And if it does work, you know, I could succession plant lettuce down here. Alright, it's a little after 8 o'clock. Finally cooled off a little bit. It actually still feels like a humid hairdryer blowing in your face when you walk outside. I've got the garden watered and I'm headed down there to pick okra and get more tomatoes. Like I need more. Well, I don't see any beans yet. Of course, it's still a bit too early. Okra, the never-ending crop. And I'm actually just going to check the potatoes really quick to see what they look like. I'll probably leave them in the ground longer just because they'll grow bigger, and that's what I want. And usually wait till like the plant starts dying back. They're too small. Yeah, we're going to wait on that. My chicken helpers are changing the water. It's been so hot, they're going through it. Thank you, chicken helpers. One last chore. I gotta water my flower garden. another hot and crazy humid day here. I think we're going to be 95 today. Whatever I need to get done outside, I need to do it now. So I took a video of this thing in the yard that happens probably a couple times a year in the same place. And I wanted to show you guys, but yesterday my video went completely with my microphone. I've had the worst trouble with this microphone I've ordered. Like, it's one that you clip on you and I can walk away and the volume's good. I can turn my head and the volume's all the same. But every now and then it has like this crazy buzzing that will ruin all my footage. So everything that I took yesterday, all my footage, is ruined. Y'all would not want to listen to it. It's got this like super high buzzing noise. So I'm sending the microphone back today. That's actually where I'm headed because it's not going to work. So I'm going to talk louder in hopes y'all can hear me. Maybe I'll find something else that works. I don't know, but hopefully y'all can hear me. But I'm going to go redo this footage and show you guys this crazy thing on the ground. All right, it's in one of my videos, probably last year, and I told some stuff about it because I looked it up. But this is called a fairy ring. Is that not crazy? It is mushrooms in a circle. There's some kind of creepy legend that says don't walk inside the ring. Look at that. Is that not crazy? It's a big ring too. Really weird. I just wanted to show you guys. I thought it was pretty neat. I'm not walking inside of it. I have enough crazy stuff happen to me. But anyways, it's here, it's back. It was here last year. And y'all can look it up, fairy rings. I don't know. Do y'all ever get any of those in your yard? It's super humid here. I mean, like really humid. So maybe it has to do with the dampness in the air. It is mushrooms. You know how they come up when it's wet. But I just thought that was super weird. All right. I'm headed down to the basement to feed my little baby fish because I have a whole bunch of them in these little containers. I've got a bunch of babies floating in little breeder boxes in here. Every time I walk down here, there's just more babies that have erupted in here. Let's see if there's any more. I try to get them out as quick as I can just so they don't get eaten. Now they will survive in here quite a while. There's a lot of little plants covering them for safety. She's kind of hanging out right there. Wondering if she's fixing to drop fry. She's pretty big. Look at her. And when they get really big like that, they'll go hide somewhere and have their fry. But that kind of looks like what she's doing. All right, let's check on the babies. Look at all the babies. There's a bunch of them, and then a bunch of little hungry fish wanting food. Every time they see me, they know I bring the food. I've got to refill my little pepper grinder. This end is for the adults, and I think it's about empty. Yeah, there's not much coming out. I refilled the babies. They've got some in theirs. And I try to come down here and feed the babies a couple times a day, maybe more, depending on how fast I want them to grow. Well, hungry mouths. There's snails up here. Snails have crossed over and gotten into here. I guess they eat the little leftovers from the little babies. These guys would, of course, eat the same amount that the babies do. They would eat all the time. They're always hungry. I'll walk through the flower garden real quick. I'm gonna have to mow in here again and probably do that this evening, maybe. When it's not hot. I've already waited too late, but let's just look through here. Y'all check out how overgrown it's starting to get. With flowers, they're just like sticking out through here everywhere. This hummingbird vine has really thickened up and it's got all the little colors now. I've got the little white star flowers. I've got pink ones. And I've got red. So beautiful. Just so beautiful, guys. Just gorgeous. Look at that canopy. The birds love it. They stay in here all the time. It's pretty cool. And I've got a little watermelon growing in here. It's not ready yet, but the only watermelon we managed to grow this year unintentionally, and hopefully we'll eat it before too long. It'll be really good. Check out my teddy bear sunflowers. Are they not just adorable? Look at those little things. So cute. Oh my. Mowing will be really fun. Probably don't want to do it right now with all the bees out. All right, you guys, I've got to head out and take this crazy microphone back. I may try to find me another one. I don't know. I will be close to an electronics store, so I might run in and see what I can figure out. I don't know. I will see you guys at some point. All right, I've made it back home. Wow, is it hot. And I had zero luck on the microphone, so I'm gonna try to make sure I'm speaking loud enough y'all can hear me. But I got something delivered today, and I want to show you guys what it is. I'm pretty excited about it. Molly, are you excited too? Check it out. Presto's new digital canner. Now, I've used digital canners before. I used to use the Nesco. I think this one my mom bought, and she loves it. I got into a group of ladies that use this, and they said they would never go back. They totally loved it. So I had to get one. I think it holds 7 pint jars and 5 quarts. Now, don't get me wrong. I still have an old canner in my basement. If I ever had to use it for whatever reason, electricity didn't work, who knows what, zombie attacks, and I have to go back to the old way of doing it, I can do that. But for now, I'm going to give this one a try for my next canning venture. Probably be some kind of salsa. I was going to do potatoes, but I don't know that they're quite ready yet. Here it is. It also comes with this laminated sheet right here that gives some really simple instructions where you don't have to kind of flip through the book back and forth to figure out how to work it. So that's pretty cool. My mom liked that about it. Well, whenever I get ready to use it, I will bring you guys along. I did buy some stuff to make salsa, so that might be the next thing on my list. I'm gonna put it in my little canning station. And this I actually got from Harbor Freight. It's actually a little rolly cart. I've got all my canner recipes and all that good stuff in here. And when I can, I always take it into my laundry room, and I bring my bench and usually set them in there. I used to have 2. Anyways, all right, guys. I've got to get outside for a little bit. I'm going to head down there just really quick to check the beans that are in the ground, see if they come up yet. And also make sure the chickens have water. I'm not seeing anything. Still too early, but this is my row. Nope. If I was a bean, I'd stay in the ground. It's just so hot. Ooh. I know Seth gave y'all water yesterday, so y'all should be good on yours. I'm gonna give y'all some scoops of food. Hey, little babies. Y'all trying to stay cool? Dust bathing in your little... Of course, they're running from me. Hey, little chickies. 1, 2, 3 little frizzles. She's darker than the others. Actually, I don't know what the sex is on them. Let me see if I can peek at them. Oh, I don't know. They're kind of orangey comb looking. That one looks like a rooster. Those could be as well. Y'all, my goodness. Well, see those little roos? See how bright red their combs are already? They're very, very pretty though. To be determined on you guys.